Greetings, my friends, and welcome to yet again another stream. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little nasally tonight, guys. I feel like I might be coming down with my yearly cold/sickness. My coworker has had strep for the past week, and I'm kind of feeling this something going on down there that doesn't feel normal. So let's hope that that is not the case. But in any case, I want to say welcome everybody. Aviator, Kundin Hotlang, Django, Lockcats, Conman, Jolterno, Sir Isaac, Sam Hain, Weeby Narwhal, I Am Secretly Your Mother, Pirate Lord, Vigo Man, Broadzax, and Action Brother. You like the banner for the castle? Yeah, me too. It has a big old swordfish on it, right? I have a feeling that we may have been an inspiration. Yeah, I would suppose that is the truth right there, Conman, for sure. But, yeah, so we are going to get into Lumiere here tonight. And see what we can do here. I'll go ahead and turn off all that. There we go. So as you can see, this is the current state of the corner of the plot. There is still a lot yet to do. I think I'm going to leave the farmhouse for next stream. I think what we should do is work on finishing up the atmosphere back here. Also, we should extend the plot back like we've done here. I still need to finish all of this. Just brought our new baby home today. That's why I've been absent for a while online. Goodness gracious, brought home a baby. I didn't even know you were having a kid there, Pirate Lord. You must really keep things to yourself. But the congratulations, that's really exciting. I hope that you can deal with it. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Razor Dawn, holy cow, it's been a while. Welcome to the stream. Oh man, I'm so congested. I'm gonna do my best here tonight, guys. Really will. How do you buy a baby? Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, we're gonna be extending the plot here, and I think what I'm gonna do is raise this cliff up so that it extends, like sort of like tapers down. I feel like how we have it right now makes it look really static. And when I say static, it looks like it doesn't look natural. So with a little bip bop here and a bip bop there and a bippity boppity boo, we're gonna be able to make that look real nice, I'm sure. Eventually. Or a taxi brings in. Or what do you call it? One of those like flying things. One of those. It starts with a P, doesn't it? Those, you know, that typically carries like a little bag with a baby in it to the mothers, like it's a fairy tale. Pelican. A pelican brings the baby. A stork. Ah, a stork. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So we got the idea what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. I need to turn on the replay mod. There we go. So babies aren't a stretch. They do live lobsters, really? Huh. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and snake that around just a tad bit. Getting a little bit of lag. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm not sure if you know or not, but I did get a new computer. So, this isn't it yet. I'm not streaming on it. I don't have all the parts yet. Is the reason why I'm not streaming on it yet. But once I get all the parts, I'm going to go ahead and build that bad boy. And let's hope for 60 FPS soon. That is what I'm hoping for. 60 FPS. Can we do it? Will my new computer be able to make it happen? We still won't have the super high quality. Like, you know, it won't be like 1080p or whatever. But having 60 FPS will be incredible. I got a 1080. I was gonna get a 1080 Ti, but the guy that was helping me choose my parts he basically just said, no, don't get the Ti. It's way too expensive. It's not worth the money. He said the 1080, the normal 1080 was all I needed. Wonder what it feels like. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I'm just really hoping that it's finally going to start, you know, streams and such are going to finally start looking really good. Not dorky looking. You know, the constant lag and everything. Now, the thing is we still have the internet issues. There's really no equipment that's going to make that better. That is on my provider's side. I'm breaking a plot wall? I'm not. I'm going to the edge of the plot so that it fully fills in the space. Whew. 1080 is super good. The TI is not worth the money. Okay, well, I mean, that's what I keep hearing. And I hope that everyone that says so is right, because the only reason I really am getting this new computer is so that I can have 60 FPS. And then my old computer will be my rendering computer. And I'll stream on my new computer and make videos and whatever else I can do. Like, I can play, I can, like, my old computer is really, this computer that I'm using right now is really good. It's just, I'm really annoyed that I can't get 60 FPS with it. Ever thought of getting a gaming router? A gaming router? Never heard of that. What do you mean? Been watching you since before Caverns, and I'm a girl in UK. Oh, well, fantastic. Well, welcome to the stream there, Obvious. I'm not sure if you've followed here on Twitch. I haven't seen you pop up yet, but make sure you hit that follow button. And if you like the content enough, you can turn notifications on and whatnot. I don't have notifications on for, like, anything, so, you know, I don't feel bad if nobody uses notifications. No, okay. I played triple monitor all ultra while using the background, no problem. Okay, yeah, I got a 144. By the way, another thing that's gonna really up the quality is I've got a new monitor. It's not a 4K monitor. Those are way too expensive. It was like $600 for the cheapest that I could find that was any worth getting. So I got a, what was it, a 144 something. It's like it's one step down from 4K. So it should be pretty good looking new, you know, the quality overall should really look good. Like my current monitor, this one, it's a little bit foggy. Like even for me, it's not as clear. So I'm super excited to get that set up. I got it right now. I just haven't gotten it set up. I've just been waiting for my new, you know, computer and everything before I really start setting things up. Where is the follow button? You'll smash it. That is like right on the top right or something. I don't even know where it is anymore. I can't follow myself, so I don't know. Okay, Isaac. I did, are you suggesting having the two computers linked by a capture card? I already got that, if that's what you're suggesting. Like, I'm gonna have both computers. I'm gonna have one computer on one screen, my other computer on my other 3 screens, and then it's all going to be connected through, like, literally it'll be seamless being able to, like, move my mouse from one computer to the other. It's really quite exciting. I'm super excited to see how this works. Obvious Cop, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. Well, any perks compared to having 2 monitors? You are the other 40 people watching this stream. I can't follow myself, so I don't have a clue. The follow button migrates. We are right now just building some terrain and some atmosphere there, Coco. I'm considering actually building something there. What would make sense to have behind a chandelier, guys, on top of this hill? Or yeah, chandelier. This is a chandelier. Maybe we could have more bee farms kind of mixed in, because there has to be trees up here. So maybe we could have like a little kind of path leading up, and then there could be like, oh, there could be like a little sitting area up here. No, well then it wouldn't make sense to have the bee farms next to the sitting area. Yeah, they're a regular grunt. I've really been enjoying the whole getting back into this. This has been a lot of fun, getting back into YouTube and such. I know I was gone there for a while. I don't know if I'd be back, but I've just been really motivated. And it pretty much takes all of my free time doing this. Because on top of what I'm doing here right now, with you guys, I'm also doing a lot of lore creating in the background, so I pretty much have no time for myself anymore. There's just the occasional time that I, you know, really set aside, but, you know, it's just mostly been dedicating to the game, dedicating to the hobby, more like for me. Corpse of trees. I don't know. I can't spell. I already got a picnic area though. I don't want a cesspit. We do need a cesspit. I believe a cesspit would make sense over in that general area over there. Also would kind of be away from the road. I think, yeah, we do need a cesspit, but this is not the area, I don't think. Alright, what else do I need to do? Yeah, still need to texture this side here. And we also need to turn fast on. It could be a good place for granary or such. I already have a granary spot, though. A granary location. I can't, it's really hard for me to really talk clearly here tonight, guys. I really feel like I'm starting to get strep or something, because my co-worker has had strep all week. He took off for a few days, but he came in yesterday and today, and he still was sick. I'm just really feeling that's what's coming. All right, a lonely tent from a mysterious night. I wouldn't think that he would be this far back. Like, this is way off any main road. I feel like any knights would probably be camped closer to the roads. Alright, I need to go ahead and throw in a little bit more of this up here. I do want there to be a tree. I think we might go for the... No, we're not going to go for the pine tree. We also need to add in a few more of these trees. That'll really help us out, I think. We're talking on stream probably isn't going to help. Yeah, it's not going to help, but I want to stream, so you know how it is. All right, am I missing anybody's chat? If I am, I apologize. Yeah, as long as I'm enjoying it. As long as I'm enjoying the motivation. Okay, Hobbit House on the Hill. No, I'm not. I mean, I am going fantasy, but I'm not quite going that fantasy with this quite yet. Lumiere is more of a human civilization, and having things too far off from what I plan is going to really cause discrepancies and issues, I would imagine, down the road. So we're going to avoid that for now. Maybe having some of this underneath these trees would look nice. I mean, obviously these, yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good actually. So only underneath these trees really is where I need this. But yeah, if I ever see them around, like this one over here could use it. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm just gonna add it as I see them. And just kind of add it around like that. Build a massive fortress. I'm actually planning on doing a redoubt over here, Coco. I'm gonna try to make it like a somewhat elven theme. Like maybe not a redoubt, but maybe like some ancient structure. It's just gonna be like pillars and things, and maybe a few little extra things going on, some trees growing out of it. I don't know. No, I have not. I have been just focusing on the above ground for right now. But there is a lot of underground left to do, for sure. But I've been just giving everybody a break from that for a little bit before I go back and, you know, really go hardcore underground again, which nobody really wants to see. Except for the few very loyal and, I don't know, the few very loyal people. Make a sort of Stonehenge, but being an elven ruin. See, I gotta use that corner kind of like in a smart way, because it's going to be hanging off the plot no matter what I do. So whatever I do, I gotta put a structure there that looks like it's still on the plot without making it like look off the plot. So we're gonna have to be smart with it. I don't want it hanging off the plot too much. I want there to be plenty of evidence of what it, you know, what it is versus, you know, having it as a ring and then it's like most of it's off the plot. And here's Duke Connor live. How you doing, Tarago? Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for that banner. By the way, guys, for those of you that were wondering, if you've seen that latest episode of Lumiere and you saw that banner at the beginning, Tarago, he's here right now. He was the one that created that. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Work good in survival mode? It is working, but I don't think that it's fully released yet, so I would have to say not yet. But they are working on it, and hopefully it will be set up here soon that it will be working perfectly. We will see, though. I unfortunately don't think I'll be actually doing survival. My original plan was to, but it changed because I kind of got inspired for something else, because I want to be more directly involved with the community for my next project. And what I got coming up, I'm hoping is going to be something really fun for everybody. So we're developing the base, and then from there we're gonna have something solid to go by, and hopefully it'll turn out really, really good. But that's about all there is to that. Can I divulge that? What do you mean divulge? Has anyone seen my comment? Yes, I'm seeing your comment, Lavi. Am I missing something? Tombstones. Yes, I'm sorry. You could build a tiny bit of elven rooms up there. Oh yeah, okay, ruins up here. Lavi, it always seems like I always seem to miss your name. Change your like name color to something. Maybe my eyes just don't see pink. Cause for me, your name is pink, and I don't know if that's it or not. But maybe it's like the lighter colors that just doesn't attract my eye when I'm reading through chat. My county. Oh, it's here. It's 9:45 p.m. Oh, which county? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha now. I didn't understand the progression of what was being said there, but now I gotta read back. I see what's going on. How do I turn my color again? I don't remember. I think it's like click on your name, or no, it's like a setting bar somewhere. Something like that. Something's not looking good here. Maybe that. Oh, I know what it is. We need to bring this down a little bit. Need to do that. What else do we need to do? There needs to be a flow path. I think that's the issue. There needs to be a flow path kind of going up this hill here like this. Yeah. I like this. And that's going to fall, so we're going to need some of that. If I can grab the right material, that is, would be nice. There we go. Let's just go ahead and throw that around like so. What's the green wool mean? That was forest line, so this was all supposed to be greenery. If you go back to my earlier episodes of Lumiere, you can see what my original ideas for this area was, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm still going by my original plan, but we're obviously going to be adding in like extra details and things just to make it pop a little bit more, interesting. I'm always for a little more interesting. It might be backspace, but my backspace is hotkey. Attention to detail. I just suppose the whole thing with the detail is it's just how much you enjoy the project, I guess. Because there's going to be a lot of times where you kind of rush through things, or one will rush through things, and you know, obviously you want to get to the next project, and you know, I want to get to the next project for sure, but you know, it just kind of still stuck on this little by little. Zetabomb, thank you for that following. Welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Isn't this front edge a bit too straight? Well, it's going to fit in here soon. Once I put in all the greenery and everything, and then yes, I had talked about that earlier, how it looks static, and that will be fixed as we continue here. I just need some time to develop the idea a little bit more, and we will be golden, hopefully. I also got to go back through this whole, whatever you call this, creek, and fix a bunch of things. There's a lot needing fixed. All the underwater bits got ruined, as you can see there. Read your comments. Good place for that too. Well, I don't see what you're not saying anything to me. Isn't a place where they built churches out of pure flint? Isn't that the place where they built churches? Norfolk. I have no clue. The idea is preferable. The idea is a camp with a palisade like a little soldier's camp, just chilling, some legionnaires going about, maybe traveling station due to some recent events in the province. I wouldn't really say that's a good location for that. If there is ever going to be a military camp, it would be off the main road. This is like someone's backyard. So we're not going to really utilize a backyard space as, well, you know, a military camp. I kind of like the idea of keeping it a little bit less militarized. So all the way down this, I'm going to put reeds and just make it like really thick of, yeah, this is going to be really thick down through here. And I'm going to add in like little bits of water and things. I better be recording right now. I'm kind of afraid I'm not. Guys, do you remember if I turned the replay on before I started building here? I think I did, but I don't remember. I don't rightly remember. Is it available for survival? Yes, technically, but you need to be a Patreon of Conquest Reforged in order to have access to it currently. But it will be released public eventually, once all the bugs and knick-knack things are sorted out. Because right now it's in alpha. But it will be released to the public fairly soon, hopefully. You know what, I'm going to put mud down there instead. I feel like that would be a more fitting material for the location and such. I need some muddy dirt. That's what I need. Patreon a scam. I lost my bloody save in Conquest. You lost your bloody save. Oh, so you were a Patreon for Conquest Reforged then, huh? And then you lost your save or something? Why didn't you make a map with World Painter to build Lumiere? Why didn't you make a map with... Well, actually, I didn't even... I started this map on the plot. I did it a different way. I'm not sure if you watched the episodes. Did you watch the episode there, Skillywags? That way I have a better reference of what you know and what you don't know, and then you can see the method that I chose to go. I chose a different route. I chose to draw it instead. There's a lot of different ways and methods and whatnot to... I say whatnot a lot. I need to stop saying that. There's a lot of different ways to go about doing things. And sometimes I choose my own ways. Or, yeah. I just, yeah. I saw how you made the land. Oh, okay, yeah. It's just the way I like to do it. I can't really explain more than that, I don't think. Shrine to the Swordfish since it's the banner. I'm actually planning on doing something rather special with the Swordfish there, Conman. It's not developed yet, so I don't really want to talk about it right now, but once I get the idea a little bit more developed, I'm sure we can sort out a pretty solid idea as to what we will do. Can I download this map? No, not yet. This map is just on single player right now, but once I finish it, I will provide it for download, that anybody that wants to see it can download it. Also, I may allow it to go over on the Darwin server. It doesn't really make sense if I have it for a download anyways, but it would just be, I guess, be interesting to have 2 routes to go. It didn't really, I wouldn't say allow is really the word I'm trying to go for there. It's more like see if he'd be willing to, I don't know. Anyways. What? No. No. There we go. I feel like I should know. This is the Elwyn Forest music. Yes, I'm playing World of Warcraft music right now. I've just been wanting something different, as I'm sure a lot of you have been wanting as well. And your prayers have not gone unanswered or unheard or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so we have different music now. Just for, I don't know. I'm just curious if YouTube will allow this music or not. We'll see. We will see. I don't know yet. You know what? I'm gonna put that back there. What? Why should you not agree with yourself? Hey there, Red Ranger. Welcome to the stream. How old am I? How old am I? You know, that's a question I need to ask myself pretty much on a daily basis. How old am I? One never knows. Don't I always agree with myself? No, I do not. I do not. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and detail all the way down this now. Like I said, it's going to be a mixture of a bunch of different plants. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to grab all the different plant types that we have. So we're going to use the aspen leaves. I'm going to use that. I'm going to get all the reeds together. Alright, that's all the reeds. Alright. We definitely need some of that. What else do we need? Let's put that there. Okay, we need that. And that. Okay, I'd say that's good enough. You're never too old to play Minecraft. See, there's 2 ways of looking at it. You know, there's plain Minecraft, and then there's Minecraft as a hobby. This is a hobby. This is what I do to de-stress after a long day of work. This is what I do to enjoy my life in order to, what do you call it? Express my creative yearnings. And is that a good way of putting this? Creative yearnings? I don't know. But yeah, this is a way for me to express myself. So it's technically a hobby. You should give World of Warcraft. It's amazing. I don't have time for that. Alright, work too much. And then I come home and I have this family. A cat, which is sleeping next to me right now. Shoveling snow. It's just all kinds of stuff. House chores. But I like doing this as much as I can. Oh, the OST. Okay, I gotcha. I do force stuff and I enjoy it. Yeah. Alright, so what can go there? Well, we need some more of this in there, so we'll just go ahead and throw a bunch of that stuff in there. I just kind of want to add in I just want to fill this region up just full of reeds and everything, because usually waterways are the thickest overgrown areas because nobody bothers to build on areas like this, and so they don't even bother to keep it back or anything. It's just literally just let go to do whatever it wants to do. At least that's typical. I'm sure there's waterways everywhere that don't follow those rules. But most waterways I know of are typically left unmanaged. Says it helps him sleep. Loves your foliage. That's awesome. Yeah, I always found that one of the most interesting parts in the dynamic nature of how, you know, the age group of people that enjoy this type of content. It doesn't reach only to kids, it reaches to adults. And it doesn't only reach for adults, it reaches for kids as well. And it's just an overall... it's just cool. I just find it really cool. Because I've had multiple people coming saying that their children, or watch with them, or their spouse watches with them, and I've just always found that a really cool part about this. Your favorite number is 3. Is there a reason why your favorite number is 3? You are building a dried riverbed with a lot of foliage. It's not dried. It's like, just say that maybe there was a rainstorm, and then all of the runoff would flow down through here. And so technically, if it's a wet season, so we'll just say it's a wet season right now, this would be a fairly, wet area. And so it'd be seeing a lot of water and stuff, and so therefore it would be kind of overgrown, as typical for, overgrown area, or a well-watered area. Oh man, my mustache is kind of a little long right now, and it kind of like curls back in some areas and goes back into my nose, and it really, really, really tickles. Really tickles. So like I could be talking, and then like one of those hairs can just like bend back, and it goes in my nose, and it's just like, oh my gosh, not again. Stop. Was that TMI? Yes, we need to know that. So if you ever hear me stop talking and you hear like a scratching sound, that's what it is. You like beards. Yes, beards are nice. When I grew up, my family was like big, they did not like beards. Like my dad would absolutely not allow me to grow a beard. And, I always wanted a beard, so moved out, got a place of my own. And what did I do? I grew a beard. Alright, so what else can we put here? I would say something over this side. We'll keep developing this along the stream bank. Yeah, I'd say that's starting to look pretty good, especially when you're walking along up here, because I really like the defined difference in foliage. It's more dark. You can definitely see the cattails and everything, so you know what it is. Like, even at ground level, like when you're walking past, you kind of like see the reeds and everything, and you automatically know that's kind of a wetter type of area. The one thing I'm not quite happy with is how this kind of is right here, as typically runoff would probably seep through the mortar of the foundation here and cause some major flooding issues in the basement. But there's really no way around that anymore, because yeah, it's kind of past that point now. I think a few more reeds up here would be nice, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. We're going to keep focusing down here and see what we can do. That's not going into the ground. I'm actually going to do that. Put that there. There we go. I'm going to bring that down 1 block. Actually, I did kind of like that up a little bit higher. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. What are you going to put on that big raised bit of land behind the candlemaker's house? I'm going to put trees and more terrain, and I'm possibly going to put some more bees up here. Because we do have an apiary collection over there. But I think it would make sense to have more bees kind of up here. And then possibly all the way along the bottom of this hillside as well. I don't know, that does make sense. Because bees wouldn't really be a huge... You know, they wouldn't like shade so much. They kind of like sunlight. At least from bee farms that I'm kind of like familiar with and how they look. I just don't think that they would like along the cliff edge. So I think that we'll have more bees up here. And then we'll kind of have trees overshadowing them and some, you know, a little bit. Because the bees would see a lot of morning light. And that's typically when you see bees out the most, I would say, is in the morning. Because they're going out for the day to get their first bit of, you know, collect and whatever. So I would say it would make sense to have bees up here with, yeah, and what Pirate Lord said, a lot of flowers. What about a cave for bats? I actually have a plan for that. This is really static. And so I think what might make this look a little better is if I make a crevice starting here and it kind of goes up like this. And then we could have like a little cave in there. But I'm not going to quite get into that yet. I'm still trying to finish this right here. I had to remind myself what I was doing so that I don't forget. So anyways, I was about to forget. So what I think I'm going to do is do this one at a time. I think it'll be quicker, this method, versus, you know, placing a whole bunch of different blocks all throughout. It just overall gets it really confusing at that point. But if we do it this way, I think that it's going to go a little bit quicker. So let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Who's up for a try? Now this is where somebody says the whole Yoda phrase, do or do not. Yay, more caves. The router would probably make a big difference with your new computer, being that it's designed for streaming high quality. The router would probably make a big difference with your new computer, being that it's designed for streaming high quality. What do you mean? Oh, you sent me over Discord. Router. I need to kind of research like what routers really are. Because we have a modem. I thought it was a router at first, but it's actually a modem. And the modem, we have like 4 connections that go into it. Like what is the benefits of a router? Like why would I get a router on top of my modem when I only have one computer? Because I was under the impression that routers were more of a multi, you know, for all the different computers and such, but I only have one computer, so I didn't see how it would make sense to get one. You have a gateway device, not a modem. Okay, so now I'm really confused. I even did research, and they were saying that it was a modem. So what is it? Yeah, there's just a router and a modem together. Gateway device. Okay. Explain. Speak like you're talking to a 4-year-old. I think that's probably the best way to really get through to me what's going on here. Alright, I am going to throw in... I'm just kidding. I have a very slight understanding of things. But I will definitely amplify or emphasize the word slight. Alright, what I need is some more of that mossy stone. Like that. If you buy a router, you will need to buy a new modem as well. Okay, well that's not going to happen. Because I didn't, this router is actually, or modem or gateway device, whatever it's called, is actually provided by my ISP, and so we rent it and whatever. I just don't know if it's really worth getting into all that, because my internet issues that I've been having have been my ISP and also the internet, you know, the traffic times, the high traffic times. So like whenever there's a lot of people online, it makes my connection suffer. I did some research into trying to figure out like how we can fix that. And the only thing I could find is like customizing your channel so that it, you know, basically hacks into the ISP and makes your connection more prioritized. But obviously I don't know how to do that. I am not a whiz in that regard. You know what? I think I'm gonna put like a little wooden bridge here. I'd have to figure out how to do it. Hey there, Mark. I'm doing fantastic. And 5M or Meeker, 5M3K3R. How you doing? If you buy a router, you will need to buy a new modem as well. So I have both separate cable companies. Rent out a gateway device, which is literally modem and router put together. Your ISP cannot throw out a modem you bought. If you buy a modem, you won't have to rent it. It will actually help the high traffic times. Really? Okay, so that's the first time I heard that. So when you say help, like what should I expect out of quote unquote help? There's too many of these bushes. Way too many of these bushes. I'm gonna take that one out. Instead of that, I'm actually going to use my other thing right up here. I think having one of these would actually look really good here. Make it a little bit taller. It's really annoying how sometimes it doesn't place correctly. There we go. That'll do. If you buy a modem, you won't have to rent it. Your ISP cannot. Okay. Alright. Look on Discord. Alright, I'm looking on Discord again. So we got an ROG Rapture for $386. Whew, that is expensive. I already blew a rather large chunk of money over on my new computer. I don't know if another $400 is really gonna do me there. And so I'm going to be paying for everything from my new computer off of stuff that I make from this YouTube, money, Patreon, and I've got it. Let's see. I got it almost half paid off. Like it's all bought. Like I bought it out of my own money. I'm just going to basically pay back my own money. And that's kind of my plan. And I don't really want to build on to that quote-unquote loan until that's paid off. So I might have to wait a little while before we look into actually buying a new router or whatever that is. So the gateway device you get from cable companies can only transfer so much because ISPs throttle it. When you buy your own modem, it will be able to transfer more. Okay. Another thing I've been toying with, guys, since we have been streaming more, I think I might actually go for a Twitch partnership. I'm not sure, partnership. I know they have an affiliate program. I think I might do that. What's really been kind of stopping me from doing that is I really don't want to give Twitch my personal information. But if that's the only way we're gonna get any quality streams, I might go into actually trying to get that. We'll see what happens. No promises. No promises at all. So, all right. So I think what we need here is a little bit more mossy stone, kind of leaching up the side. There we go. And I need to put, I suppose that's gonna do right there. I feel like there needs to be something there. I think I might have an option. See, what I mostly do throughout this build is I usually do overhangs like this. So you see that overhang right there. There's this overhang right here. That's just straight off. Here's kind of an overhang. Same thing with right there. I think what we might do is another overhang with this cliff. So like this would actually dip in here versus being straight down. And then it would kind of like soften here on the side. So that way we have more of a shape going on here. And then maybe it can kind of go down into some kind of like cave, or not a cave, but just something interesting, I suppose. And then I also like the idea of hanging the dirt off the side, as I usually do and stuff like this. So like it would kind of do that in certain areas, and then we can go ahead and do this right there, and just overall give it a little bit more, just a little bit more stuff going on. Go ahead and use a little bit more of that. Yeah, I think that's gonna really help us out there. I think you need some more dirt between the stone and the grass top. Yeah, that's definitely what we're doing here. Definitely necessary. Another thing that we could use is this mossy stone, especially right under all of that. I would think that should go there. Alright, let's see if there's any other stones that are like really, really mossy. Man, I'm still not sure if we're recording a replay or not, guys. I don't remember if I turned it on. And it's really bothering me. And if I stop now, it's going to make the replay look really shabby, so I don't really know what to do. I suppose I'll just keep building. And if I'm not recording, then I'll just say, sorry boys, sorry girls, sorry guys. We'll just say sorry guys. Anyways, for your current lumber job, you posted quite regularly, YouTube and Twitch included. What job did you have before which led you to do this? I did security for about 3 years. It was, I did it at a, what was it? Truck gate. I checked in and out trucks at a very, it was a Home Depot. Very busy. But it was between 32 and 40 hours a week. So it allowed me to have a lot more time to work on stuff, which was good, but at the same time, the job did not pay all that well, so it was time to move on. Alright, this is definitely starting to come along, and I'm going to hang some moss there. Eventually, this is going to really start pulling together. We just got to finish it off and really start bringing this thing together. But I love it. I love how this is starting to look. Rent-a-cop type thing. Yes, without a gun. That's what I'm trying. Yeah, if that's what you're saying, yeah, I didn't have a gun on me. But yeah, it was basically you couldn't do anything. You were just the logistical coordinator, pretty much. So the people inside would depend on you to tell them if there was a trailer in the yard that they needed. There was a lot of communication. You know, like I had to talk with supervisors and things. It was kind of like, it was weirdly a supervision type job, because I did half the work that should have been done in the receiving office. So like I would receive paperwork, I'd sign it. Then I'd have to kind of go, we had a system you had to go in order to get it all like situated on the lot and in their system, so that their yard jockey would be able to find the trailer. Or first of all, the receiving would have to know that the trailer's there. They'd take the BLL, they would or I'd take the BLL. I put the number in. It was just weird stuff. Took forever. It would take forever to. It was really weird though, because you would think for a security job like it would take like a day to train someone, but for this specific job, you had to be really experienced, and it wasn't that it was hard. It's just there was so much to know, and that in itself was, you know, that's what, you know, it was kind of a challenge each day because there was always something new. And but yeah, training someone was like hell because there was always a different situation, and it just always turned out to be a mess because trainees just, you know, if they come for a day and then they leave and then they are on their own the next day, there's usually pretty unique situations that they weren't trained for, and then it ends up being, like I said, a mess. Okay, did you try to steal a grandma's purse but got punched to near death by her purse? Nope. That, not me. I'm not a purse stealer. At least I don't think I am. I think what needs to happen here, the one issue that we're having is that how flat the terrain is on the top, which isn't a huge deal, because once we add in the foliation, that's going to really change the overall quality of this area. Speaking of which, no, never mind. I was gonna go back into the jobs, but yes, we'll just say that I've been having some fun at my job lately. A gun is an inanimate object. Why do you say they're evil? Are you implying? Okay, guys. Let's keep real life issues out of chat. Very important. I don't want to have controversial things going on, as I'm not really interested myself in that whole thing. But if you guys want to discuss that thing or stuff like that, you can discuss it somewhere else, not in my chat. Thank you. I like to keep things peaceful. Alright, so we need vines of that stuff. I would like to grow that down somewhat. Mossy vines, I suppose we'll have to do. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. I like it. Oh, come on. There we go. Beautiful. We'll do that there as well. And we will do that right there. Stick to the plan. That's right. You can still hear it? I can't hear any music right now, so I have my personal volume way down. Alright, so we got all that going on there. I like it. I would like to put some more gravel down here. We could possibly use debris and things, but I suppose that's okay. Don't really need to. Con man, like I said, you need to stop. All right, guys, I'll be right back. My wife just got home. I'm gonna go ahead and say hello, and then I will be back with more building. So don't go far. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to be gone for too long. So we are back, and I am going to try to finish this little area here. I really would like to set a goal to try to finish this area. Like, that would be great. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I only got a few, let's see, we've been streaming for an hour already. Goodness gracious. Why does building take so long? I think the main reason this is all taking so long is because I'm talking. If I just built just for my own, like, just imagine how much quicker this would be. My goodness, I would be like rolling. But I like being here with you guys. I'm gonna make this little pea field into like half. It was fast. Alright, so what can we do? I want to make a clothesline back here. I think that this might actually be a good spot. Right there. And then I'm going to use that right there and that right there. And then we need, obviously, some clotheslines going across. Some clothes. To stay warm, of course. There we go. Alright. He must have a golden axe. Maybe he needs something too short for shopping. It would be boring. What? Am I missing something? Could you add a small well back there too? I don't think we need a well. But we definitely need some more like miscellaneous things. I'm thinking like maybe a table back here or something. Like what kind of furniture we have? Some kind of little, no, not a table. A little stool would make sense. Sit back here and wash clothes. What else? What else would make sense back here? I guess an outhouse would be cool. But where would that make sense? It would need to be accessible. And I don't want it like in the middle of nowhere. And it doesn't make sense to have it in the house. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be a stairway here. Whoops. It's supposed to be like that. Down to there. And then we need railings. And I'm going to use the spruce railings. Like this. Whoopsie. There we go. So that way, there's a official way to get down here from the porch, which I think is very important. Could you add a small well back there? No, I don't want a well. Thank you, Monster Fish, for that host. I appreciate that. To the right of the clothesline. Could you add a small well? Yeah, there's no reason for a well back here. I mean, they can just get water from the river or something. Like, not every house would have a well, I don't think. But yeah, I need some more stuff here. What else can we do? What else can we do, guys? No, not an old... there could be over here, actually. It would kind of make sense to have some... maybe a pitchfork kind of stuck in the land over here. Kind of like right there. Well, why would there be a pitchfork in the middle of... well, a pitchfork is kind of something that you would use to kind of take weeds out, right? I think that kind of makes sense. I'm down for that. Add ducks. How long will you stream? Probably for another 30 minutes to an hour. My sister's in Virginia. We're just chatting on WhatsApp. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I am on the East Coast. Yep, East Coast, and I don't know. I like where I live. It's not bad. It's not incredibly good either. But the cool thing about where I live is we don't really get any natural disasters. Like, we don't get hurricanes. We don't get tornadoes. No, it's for scooping hay. Alright, what else are we missing? That's too close to the naughty word. Do you like the East Coast or West Coast better in terms of music? Honestly, I don't really pay attention to that, so I wouldn't know. Okay, there needs to be something over here. Ooh, this actually could be a great place for the outhouse. I could totally see this being the outhouse. I think I'm going to make it an actual legit building, though. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make it out of stone. I'm just going to use this as a placeholder. You know what? No, we're going to do it differently. I'm going to use... I suppose we can use... I want to use vertical planks, but we don't really have any good vertical plank blocks. So let's just try this for now. And what I want to do is this right here. So it's going to go all the way around like so. Alright, so this is where the door will be. You walk inside, you got like a little seat right there. I think what you'll do is you'll step up into it. So let me go ahead and get stairs. I'm going to use these right there. I'm going to use the oak stairs. And when you walk in, it's kind of like... Oh yeah, this is going to work. I already see this working now. Alright. Well, maybe. On second thought, this might cause a problem. Use a clay pot for the poop chute. See, another thing that might look really good is that you can access from underneath right here. Instead of from the inside, so like you can actually just get in from the inside there. But then you can actually come around and empty this down here. Where the, obviously all the crap would go. Which I think is probably the most sensible option to do here. But it would need to be made out of stone. So I think what we're going to use is this right there. Alright. And I think what we're going to do also is mix in a little bit of like muddy stone. Like, is there like a stone that looks really muddy and kind of like, well, gross? That's kind of what we're looking for. That doesn't really do it for me. I'm looking for a really gross looking stone. I don't even know if that does it for me. A plate on the wood block. Toilet hole. Alright, so next what I would like to do... See, this is where we're going to start encountering issues. Because I like this. Well, maybe what we need to do is instead of using our current method, we need to do that. Yeah, this is what we need right here. We need full blocks. So that way we have a little space right there. And then I need some kind of block with a hole, which you guys are suggesting to be one of these bad boys. Yeah, we're building an outhouse right now. A little place to go pooty-doo. Honestly, maybe this should be stone here, and then it should be wood on top. No, actually, that's not totally necessary. I think this will be okay. And then it would need like a little place to step down right there. And obviously it would get really wet down there, so I think it's okay that we have it kind of like underground. So like water would go down into there and it would kind of like, well, I guess when the water would stagnate, it would cause a problem. But I'm not gonna really think about that. But I need a block that you can see down through as the hole for them to do the thing, to do the deed. And it can also look kind of nice. Like what I'm thinking of is doing like painted blocks to keep it kind of looking a little bit nicer. It's going to be a nice little thing here. You know, we could also, another thing we could do is make it more... We could also make a chicken coop back here, maybe. If we have room, that is. I'm not sure if the white's gonna really do us. It might. American football should be something. Football played. Okay, we're talking about football now. Goodness gracious. Things just migrate all the time. Alright, door. I want something nice. I don't want a door with a hole in it, though. We're definitely going to need some ventilation in here. That is, without a doubt, something very important. I would like to open this the other way, though. So maybe we can do this like that. And then I can take the bottom, put that there, and then take the top, put that right there. Does that open? Perfect. Alright, so now that opens correctly. Just what we need. Or Roman toilets, as you seem to be influenced by that. Okay, so the hole in the middle, that is the problem, guys. I'm having an issue trying to figure out how to do this part. What should the hole be? Help? Like, it needs to be a hole. It doesn't, I don't want it to be a full arrow slit, though. That's the problem. And see, the problem with this is it used to have a hole there that would have been perfect. But it's not anymore. A clay pot. But the thing with a clay, well, I suppose we can use a clay pot then. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll use a clay pot. We'll use a clay pot. We'll use a clay pot. I need a clay pot. I think it's on this menu, right? Where is it? There it is, right there. Alright, so that way you can actually walk into this thing, sit on top of the pot. Alright, and now we need railings in here. Ah, come on. It's nice to have a little bit of a little way to handle yourself while sitting on the toilet, you know what I mean? At least I would think that's a pretty important thing to do there. There we go. That is the official throne. Okay. Not need it that big. Okay, so there we go. Next thing we need to do is maybe we could do this. I'll take you, put you there, put you there. I think I might make it Tudor instead. I feel like right now it's a little bit too crazy. Is the house owner disabled? I'm just trying to make it a little fancier than the normal crappy outhouse that we would usually do. And it only makes sense to do a 3x3 versus a 2x3 or whatever. Maybe a 2x3. No, even that wouldn't really work for what I'm trying to do here. Alright, what do I need? I need clay roof tiles. Where are the clay roof tiles? Alright, there we go. I think I'm going to do a muddy brown. There we go. Oh, this is not medieval times, Conman. This is my times. This is the world of Dukan. This is the times of Beauclair, I suppose, or however you want to call it. Alright, so if we were going to do... I need a roof trim, but I'm not a huge fan of... Yeah, that's not too bad. That kind of brings it all together. But what we need is... There we go. And that right there. Right. On the inside, however, I'm going to need another thingy. Where is it? It's... There it is. Okay, I was thinking also one thing to really make this come together. No, that is not what I wanted. What? I thought that there was one that looked like I think it's this one, actually. Come on, be it. Yes, it is. Good. And that's not going to work. Alright, so we're going to have to figure that out there. The Ducon Times sounds like a newspaper company. Well, maybe it is. Alright. See, this is a problem as well. Like, I want to keep that open, but I also want to cover up both of those sides. How are we going to see? There also needs to be a window there. How are we going to make this so that both of those sides are covered, yet that's going to be a problem? Oh, I know what we could do here, actually. I need this thing, but the trellis. There we go. Maybe this will work. I'm just kind of ignoring chat right now. I feel bad for saying that, but it's kind of dampening my creativity. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. It does look like a chicken house. I think what needs to be done is the paint is a little bit too much right now. Put in TV cable. Put in cable TV. That's a good idea. I could totally do that. But yeah, that'll definitely give us the air that we need. What am I going to do? How am I going to make this happen? All right, so what we're gonna have to do here, because usually outhouses like have more of like a seat versus having to like squat down to do your thing. At least most outhouses that I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually they have like a portion that you can sit on versus having to squat. I have seen squat ones too, actually, so there is that as well. But I'm trying to make it so that you don't have to do that. I'm trying to make it more like this isn't going to make sense, but more like that, which would make sense if there was a hole right there. That would make sense. Oh, this makes sense. Perfect. That's actually kind of what I wanted. Just do that. Beautiful. And then I would have to add in something there. Huh. That's that. But see, we got all this extra space along the side, so maybe this could even no, it wouldn't make sense to use as storage back here. Add door for the back. I need to, yeah, I need to figure out what the back will be. We also need railings. So like, you need these on the side. I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually come outside, put that there, put you there, and then on the back, I'm going to have to put some kind of backing, of course, so something like that, and that. Almost looks like a torture chamber, doesn't it? A friend of mine once fell into one of those squat things while drunk. He declared him dead. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. So we need to figure out how are we going to do what I want to do here. Like, I need these roof tiles covered. That is my issue. But how do we cover 3 sides? Ooh, I might have an idea. It's probably not gonna work. Where is it? Do these work? It covers it mostly, but see, we still have the issue with the height It does look like beams going across, so it kind of works. Have I ever been arrested? Do I seem like a person that's ever been arrested? Yeah, I think that is maybe too tall. So we just have just a one seat back there. Turn them 90 degrees. You'll see the problem with that is then it's open on the side. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Goodness. See, this is the issue here. Yeah, I liked it the other way. It just seemed more of a... seemed more roofy. There we go. I like that better. Even though it glitches, I find that to be a better route. We also... I think what I'm going to do is actually change this... the side color. While the white is kind of what I wanted to go for, obviously an outhouse wouldn't be all that blingy, so it's not super important to make it so, but paint protects wood so that it doesn't rot. That's what I'm trying to go for here, is you don't want to just have exposed wood, as you wouldn't really have pressure treatment back in this era, so they wouldn't have like pressure treated wood in order to withstand the elements. So having painted wood just kind of makes sense. I know I haven't done that everywhere else, but still at the same time, painted wood is the route to go. And that's why maybe brown makes sense. Let's give brown a go. It would definitely fit an outhouse more, I think. What am I doing? Let's just go ahead and throw all that back in there. I think brown might do it for us. I might nickname this stream the Outhouse stream. The stream that everybody was against my outhouse. My outhouse capabilities. Nobody likes my outhouse, but that's okay. That's not gonna stop me from building my outhouse. Brown's a little bit better. That's a little bit better, I think. Just need to... let's see there. Put that there. That there, and that there. Okay. Have I been using wrong? How do I handle wood? Okay, let's move on from that. Maybe it's been vandalized, so it's been painted over white. One thing we do need, though, that I do believe needs to be added in is beams. Not beams, but that's beams, but not the kind of beams you guys are thinking. We'll do that, I think. There we go. I want to do that on each of the corners. Like so. And then even on the front, something that could even make this look a little bit better is this right here. It'll make it look a little bit more supported. Yeah, I like that. I do. I really, really like that. The only issue with this that I have is that it kind of makes it impossible to put any detail on those blocks. Change the foundation to stone. That's a good idea, for sure. Oh, I know what we can do. These should actually be little... If only we could, though. If there was some way to make these more like little places for the air to escape, that would be awesome. But how could we do that without opening up to the block above us? Oh, I know. Maybe we could do this. What do we think about this? Just there on the sides? But then again, the issue with this is that, well, again, it doesn't really matter because water would come into here anyways. Maybe we could have it kind of escape. No, that's not going to work either. We're just coming up with options, guys. That's basically all we can do here. Is think and come up with some options. Same block you use for the window. I kind of like that. I like how that kind of works. One thing that could make this even better is placing a bush like that right there. And then something that could go here is something a little bit more... I guess we can put that there, and then maybe a bracken bush right there. Yes. All right, we are getting there. I am starting to like this. I just slow down there. Come on. You guys are skulls. Okay, so this is coming along. At least it's coming along. All right. We can put something here on the side. Like maybe a bucket to throw up. There definitely needs to be a little bit more detail in here. What about some tools? A broom, possibly? Would it make sense to have a broom in here? Like, what other things would you possibly imagine could be in a outhouse, guys? Like, we got one more. We got 2 more corner blocks, but maybe only 1 more needs to be occupied by something. So maybe we could put a crate back here with, like, stuff that doesn't matter if it gets stinky. Get handy to get strapped into the proper chair. Torture. There we go. I'm going to say that's okay. And then down here, we'll go ahead and put some ants. We need some, like, really muddy textures. So, obviously, the thick mud soil and the muddy dirt. We can kind of put that around like that. I'm not sure. I feel like I should make a door here. I'm not sure about that, though. What do you guys think? Does it make sense to have a door back here? Or should I keep it open? Door or open? Door or open? Open. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense to keep it open. Okay, I just wanted a second opinion. I got my second opinion, so that's perfect. All right, so we got that. I suppose a place to chop some firewood. So I need some logs really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some oak logs. And I think some of this too. Now, where will all these oak logs go? Well, this is kind of an open area back here, so what we could do is kind of throw it in right here. Like, usually, you know, whenever you're chopping logs, you kind of have them, like, sprawled out like that. And then you'd have, like, smaller logs kind of thrown around as well. And then maybe the chopping block can be right there. And then we can go ahead and throw a axe right there in it. Like so. And then we can have some firewood kind of stacked maybe under a little shed. Would it make sense? Yeah, it would make sense to have a little shed. Maybe right here. So instead of having all of that, we can go ahead and do this. And then this all can be like a little shed here. Will I be streaming tomorrow? I'm not planning on it, no. But there's no promises. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But I can't dedicate to that. I can't say if I will or will not. But what I need to do here is build this shack around the firewood. So I need logs again. And what we're going to do is put these right along like so. I'm going to make it just like that. And I'm going to do this. Alright, and I'm going to do this. And how am I going to do the back part? I suppose something like that would make sense. Okay. And then what we need on top is... Well, actually, no. We need one more beam. Right there. And then what I need... Your computer broke down, so you're on the iPad. I'm sorry to hear that. That is never good if a computer breaks down. I have never liked tech... Well, of course. No, who likes technical issues? Nobody likes technical issues. And some kind of weathered wood on the top, and I would say that's probably our best bet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then that right there. And I would say that's probably good enough. At least the best we're going to get. I don't see how we're going to get any better than that. Unless if we take that down there. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Railing. We could use these to make it seem like it's more connected. If only I could do this. There we go. But the issue back here is that that does not look connected. Maybe an arrow slit would look good. Do we have any wooden arrow slits? Oh, that would just be golden if we had... Oh, we do. Wait, we don't. Goodness. Okay, this is what I want right here. I want these type of arrow slits, but I need wood of some type. And it looks like they're all stone. And that's a problem, because I don't want stone, I want wood. Grrr. Why? Why? Yes, I'm not minding you. Yeah, there is no wood in there whatsoever. I cannot see one wood block. Because this was my idea. It would go like that, and it would kind of look a little bit more supported, but we don't have any wooden blocks that would suffice for that. Man, I would love to have half slab blocks for firewood. That would just be awesome. We do, but it's really weird. Again, I like this, but I don't. This is kind of what I wanted, but kind of not. Would trapdoors work for the back? I guess what we could do is just use trapdoors. That would probably be a more sure way of making sure that this actually looks like what it's supposed to be. So what we could do is just use these normal wooden board trapdoors, and then just go ahead and do this. And we need that right there. Yeah, I would say that's probably the best route. I can't think of a better route than that, at least. So we'll just say that that's like a little place to chop wood. I'm not too... Yeah, I'm not too bothered by that. We used to have a Yeah, we used to have models of firewood, but those are no longer around because they got lost. By the way, great to see you again there, Coco Fox. Been a long time. At least that I remember. I don't think you've been around recently. What else can we do? I need some, like... I need to look like there's sawdust on the ground. Or not sawdust, but like wood chips. And I guess that kind of looks like it. Doesn't it? I think that kind of looks like saw chips or wood chips. Fire and anguish so that the impoverished people of this stream. Goodness gracious, I'm still an Emperor supporter. Even if they are just stuck right now. I'm confused. Alright, so stairs could be cool. Not quite sure what you're referring to there. Oh yes, and one other thing that could make this really come together is this right here. I don't know. Does that make it flare too much? I feel like that's maybe a bit too much there. Maybe a rat inside the shed. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I really like that idea. Yeah, a rat inside the shed's a really, really, really good idea. So we'll just go ahead and take that, put you right there, and then put you back. Sweet. Okay. That's better shelter than the one I live in. I hope not. I hope you live in a nice, cozy home. Okay, so that looks good enough, I would say. Now we just need to add some miscellaneous greenery. Greenery. And just some things around to really liven this place up. So like that there. There would probably be some pretty tall plants around all of this. So I would like there to be some more bushy things. Technically explosive. Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. So maybe something like that there. Oh yes, and I would like... Where is that mixture of bushes that I wanted to do earlier? I think it's over here. Let me go grab it really quick. The shelves are too much. Yes, okay. Second opinions are always great. And I am definitely going to be removing that, so good idea. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm only going to be streaming for another half hour, guys, before I head off. And I think we'll do just like a little section like this here on the edge, just to kind of block it in a little bit. Like it's been, like maybe that wood pile's been there for a long time. There we go. So yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. We're just trying to make it a little bit more enclosed in here. And then you can probably walk off this side. I'm just trying to make it so that while you're walking through here, that it's relatively enclosed as much as we can. The one true aquatic creature and pledge our living. Goodness gracious. You guys are getting pretty extreme there. Is it just me or does progress seem slower on the surface compared to underground? It is very slow because I'm trying to keep up with chat. And everyone's talking nonsense. And so, yeah, it's very slow up here. I don't like how this is down here. There needs to be more something going on. It's too open. So I'm up for suggestions. Yes, this is on the Conquest Reforged menu. It seems like people are more interested in the above ground stuff, and so it seems like most people come around the streams around now. Alright. And let's see, there has to be some nature materials somewhere. Like something that we could kind of lay on the ground. I guess we can go ahead and put a cow fart somewhere like that. I don't know. That works for me. Okay, what can we do here? I don't know. The little table could have some cover. See, I'm not even sure about the table having it there because it kind of takes up the space. I wouldn't say it's unnecessary. It's just, it's a little too... Maybe if we did that. Maybe then it's a little bit better. And if we did a cover for it, that itself would take up a whole lot of space. But I'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. There's no hurt in trying, I suppose. So we need the pillar version. There we go. We'll go ahead and do that and make it 4 tall, I think. It needs to connect somehow. But see, now this is awkward that you only got that little amount of space that you can walk through. And it's not too awkward that it's near wood chopping. I'm not worried about that at all. Like, you know, obviously you wouldn't be chopping wood like literally 24/7. Like that's just kind of the thing to do. And it makes sense that it's kind of close to the house. Yeah, I suppose that where the two paths meet, that is a good point. Okay, so we will take that out. But we need a better idea. What else can go there? I'm gonna put this picnic table somewhere more purposeful. We don't want it in the peas field. We already got the outhouse in the peas field. I just don't see any other area that would work for it. Can I have a cart load with cut wood? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, but we could have a cart full of supplies for the chandelier. So that makes sense. Not a big cart, though. We're just going to have a little cart. Yeah, we definitely... That's a great idea. Having a cart makes sense. And I'm going to use just a little hand cart. Like that. Maybe one farther. Here we go. Put the cart right there. And they're kind of offloading some stuff. So maybe we can go ahead and do a chest. Or it doesn't make sense to do a chest. Let's use a sack. A sack of flour to represent wax. And we need to cover it somehow. I suppose with a trap door. I don't know. And then we need a chest on top of there. I don't know about that. And then we'll just go ahead and put, I guess, a chest right there. That kind of, it blocks everything, but it kind of makes sense then. Like, you know, they just offloaded and they're just about to bring it into the building. It's not necessary that, you know, it doesn't have to be open. I mean, you can still walk through. But it makes sense because the cart would be a temporary thing. It's not like a permanent detail. Covered it with a carpet. Doghouse, some signs for direction. Signs for direction. This isn't a road. It's not a road. But yeah, there needs to be something right here. Something purposeful. We got a wood cutting area. We got an outhouse. We got a place to wash clothes. Maybe a little chicken house. Like just a tiny little chicken house I think would make sense. Honestly, I think I have a good design in mind. I just need to find the right blocks. Just a little tiny chicken thing. Where is the block I'm looking for? Oh, I didn't scroll down enough. There we go. So we need you there. And you right there. Okay. And then we need 2 trapdoors. So I need railings. One there, one there. And then on the inside, we need... Where are they? Where are they? There we go. That's what I wanted. That and that. It doesn't seem to connect as well as I hoped. Railings. The issue with this is it's not going to completely enclose the house there. Whoopsie. There we go. Doesn't exactly look very incredible. It's not terrible though. And then one thing that we could do to make it look a little bit more, I guess, hen housey, is use these wooden boards, these jungle rails, and go like that. Take you, put you right there. Oh, hey there, Watchbagger. Great to see you. Put a nest inside. I would do that if I could, but we kind of have built it in a way that makes that not possible. But yeah, just a little thing like that in itself is pretty good. I'm totally down for that. Because usually chickens would be kind of let free. You know, there's not really any specific... You know, There's no specific place for them to be. Little bucket outside. Like, what other details? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I know exactly what we can do. What about lichen? Would lichen work? No, it's too much. I like the idea of putting frozen dirt because it looks like chicken poop. And we'll put that right under there. So that way it looks a little bit more like what it's supposed to. Do I appreciate your lore? Only this holy blue oceans. Appreciate, not, I don't know. Looks more like a big birdhouse. Well, it does work. I don't see how when you walk past that it doesn't work. That bucket's not gonna work because we already have one right there. So what else would work here? Oh yes. It would. I suppose what would make sense is maybe they're changing out the hay. And so we could use the hay kind of like this. So we'll put that there, that there, that there, and then that right there. And then on top of that, we can put the pitchfork, and I'm gonna go take the other pitchfork out. I wanted to pitchfork in this area, but I didn't know where. Now it makes sense to have it right next to the chicken thing. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. We're getting there, guys. Now we just gotta add in a few more plants around to give us a little bit more cohesion here. Maybe remove the cart now. Maybe we can back the cart up. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Is that back farther? Yeah, that is back farther. I think that kind of works. Yeah. Just take the cart out. It's just too much. You're right there, Aviator. So now, what other purposeful details can we add in to make this place really come alive? Okay, let me think of what other things would medieval life need? Yeah, what if they get run over by a car? That is something I really should be thinking about there, Fruitcake. I really should think of these things. I don't know why I don't think of these things. All right, so what else should there be? Something else. It's open, which is good. It's not too bad. But I'm not satisfied yet. I'm not satisfied with how this is looking. Maybe this is what we need. We need to bring this up a little bit more like this. Something like that possibly might help. Water for chickens. How would we make a trough for the chickens? Oh man, I had this great idea what I was gonna do here. But I totally forget now. Oh my gosh, what was it? What was it? Grr. Oh, my mind had an idea. Don't you hate that? You get this idea and then it just like wisps away. Gone. Doesn't make sense to have a stool there. I got clothes drying over here. Right next to the outhouse. I'm gonna put a railing right there. It just feels a little bit... Yeah, it feels weird how that is. There should be some crab. These people have been ignored the whole history until now. What else can we do? What else? Maybe just like a pile of like refuse. Not a refuse, but just like a pile of stuff that they don't use anymore. Kind of just sitting out back. I can kind of see that. Like maybe like a barrel like that. Dinner ready? Okay. I'll be out, I'll be out in just a few. I'll be done here in just a few minutes, guys. I'm just going to finish placing a few more things. And then we will be ending the stream. I had my mind was confused. Like I was answering her, and then I was answering you guys or telling you guys, and I was like, wait, I need to organize my thoughts a little bit better. But yeah, just a few things just kind of thrown in the corner here. Kind of, I like that idea a little bit. Compost heap. Yeah, compost heap is actually a good idea. But not like right there. I think I'm just going to keep doing this here. Well, I think that's good enough. Just a few random things there. And if we're going to do a compost heap, it would make sense to have behind the wall. So I'll just kind of do it here. And we need to make it look like it's compost and not like poop, you know? Well, maybe it could be a mixture. It could be like the chicken poop as well. Alright, so we got that there. I guess there's really no specific way to do this. It has to be kind of just thrown together like that. There we go. Beautiful. And then we can put some flies over it. And then that looks like a compost heap, right? A stone arch connecting the two stone walls. I feel like that would make it look a little too crowded, especially with the tree right up above. I feel like that would be too much. But we could make some kind of wooden scaffolding and then something in between, like something hanging from it, possibly. But we already have clothes, so there's no reason to put a clothes hanger there. Like maybe it could be associated with this tree fort. What do you guys think of that? But I don't even know how that would work. No flags. I don't like that idea. I don't think flags. See, this is kind of like, this isn't really super showy. This out here is kind of showy because it's kind of like meant to be a little racetrack. The only problem with my racetrack idea is it makes sense that it goes all the way around. But then when you get to this part, it goes through the town. And racing horses through all of this probably wouldn't be the best idea. Maybe you gotta go to a slow trot through the town, and then you go back to full galloping speed down the roads. Just a lantern. Okay, so just a few more of these around, like there. That doesn't make any sense there. We don't want to be covering our path. And maybe a couple moss, or a couple of these moss things, kind of just scattered around the ground in certain areas. I've always liked this moss just kind of covering the ground wherever we think it works. Oh, one thing that we could do around this area to make it look like freshly cut saw chips is a little bit of that. Actually, I think we'll do that instead right there. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. A lamppost. You start at the town and end into the town. That's a good idea. Yeah, you start at the beginning of the town and then you end at the yeah, that's a good idea. I like that idea. There's not many old churches here. I mean, it's not like Europe where you have super old, really awesome churches. The United States is not like that. Okay, something's still not working for me, guys. What is not working for me? I think what's not working for me is something needs to go here. Maybe we could put some kind of like vine here, maybe tomatoes. Oh yeah, we could do, well, we don't have any way of representing tomatoes. Some kind of like, maybe grapes, but we already have that kind of thing over there. Maybe pole beans. Want to give pole beans a try? Let me just give this a try really quick. Okay, that's not as I was expecting there. What kind of like long plant can we put here and then put like a trellis over it? Because what we could do is this right here. Like this with the boards going over top. And then what we could do is this on top. And what do I need? I need the boards. The boards. Give me a second here. Let me find it. Alright, I'm probably missing a lot of things in chat right now. Alright, we need it to go the other way. There we go. So we got that. And then we can have some kind of thing hanging from it. Don't forget to remove those shelves. Yeah, remove those shelves. There we go. Maybe what needs to happen is it needs to be pushed back one. So let me, this is what we need to do. This is what I should have done earlier. Is move all of this to there. Whoops. To there. Move one. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing with this. Move one. Alright, so that way it doesn't look just like flat there. We're gonna try to make this look a little bit more natural. But yeah, what kind of plant could do? Hang herbs from it. Spice drying rack. I don't know, I feel like it should be a crop of some type. I like the idea of it being some kind of crop. What kind of crop hangs? Like, I know, like, grapevines do. See, I've seen this done before, and it's not a bad idea. Like hops, but it wouldn't make sense for... Like, it would make sense for that, I think. Maybe we could use... Oh, yeah, maybe we can mix in grape leaves. So just kind of, like, throw them in like this, possibly. So it looks like, yeah, that's not too bad. I kind of like it. I kind of like that. That's not terrible. And that really takes care of our issue there. That really takes care of our issue. I like it. There we go. Beautiful. Chucky boy, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. All right. Well, what do you guys think? You're basically high all the time or better. High all the time or better. Okay, I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I would say that that's probably going to do us for today. Had a great stream tonight. We got about 2 hours of streaming in. Didn't get near as much done as I was hoping to, but we at least got something done. And getting something done little by little eventually gets something like this completely done. So, but we're going to get there eventually and for sure have fun in the process. Let's see if there's anybody to host. No, there is not. So I will bid you guys good night. And I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.